Hi everyone, this is Anna here. Finally, I have my kiln unloading. I had it in 2 days ago, which I did a live on Instagram because I haven't done a live there for kiln opening. I've done other videos there live, but not a kiln opening, so I decided to do it there. And I wanted to do one here on YouTube, but I wanted to wait until I had the other luster firing that I wanted to do with the mother of pearl and stuff. I wanted to have the results of that so I can combine and do it all in one video. So that's why I'm here in my dining room. And I will show you all the pieces I've made. But I wanted to show you first, I made a lot of earrings and I'm wearing one of them. I hope you can see. It's snowflake porcelain. So I'm gonna start with the earrings and then we'll talk in between, because I did have some things that almost turned out as an accident, but it didn't, because I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. But I'll get there. So I have a lot of snowman stuff that I made. I don't know why this year I just went crazy with snowman. But let me just get the earrings out of the way. These are all porcelain. I made little snowflakes using Catalina crackle glazes and then using some kind of wash to get into the texture. I don't know if you can tell. They have texture, and because these are crackle glazes, translucent, you can see the texture behind. You see, some came out darker than others. This one actually have a hole in the middle, and it lets what is it? It lets light in. I don't know if you can tell. So the hole, I made it on purpose so that the glaze would fill the hole and would just let light through. But let me see if I can do a close-up. There you go. So these turned out really cute. This is another one. Anyways, these were a stamp that I got that had different snowflakes. I've never used it. I don't even know why I got it. It was last year. And then I just saw it in my studio this year and I was like, that would make really cute earrings. And that's what these are. And then my favorite ones are the little snowman. Look how cute. And I had these sterling silver earring hooks already here because I used to make a lot of jewelry. So I even put a little bead, sterling bead in between here with the wire and everything, with the sterling wire. So these are all porcelain snowman. Let me see if I can get real close for you to see. They almost look like glass. They were painted with underglazes, and then I dipped them in Kitten's Clear, which is the clear glaze that I use. So I have pink ones, red. I made different shades of blue, gray, not gray, green. Look how cute. And they turned out so cute. This one is more of a green scarf. The scarves are all different colors. So that's it for the earrings. So I'll go through some of the ones that came out of my mother of pearl firing that just last night. And I've learned some things along the way about mother of pearl because I don't do it a whole lot. So I knew that you guys, if you use it, you might have known this already, but I knew that if you do gold luster, you shouldn't do it on a piece that has a copper glaze, copper-based glaze. because I've done it in the past and I learned that from experience. It turns into black, metallic black. So you shouldn't do gold on those pieces. So I knew that gold, that happens, but I didn't know that you shouldn't do that also with mother of pearl. So this tree over here, which is, it turned out as one of my favorites. So what I did here, I used copper wash and to get into the grooves, and then I wiped it back. And then I sprayed, it's called Emerald Isle. I think it's called Emerald Isle by Laguna. It's a glaze, a crackle glaze, beautiful green and lighter. And it's starting to crackle now. It crackles over time. So anyways, that's what I sprayed all over, you know, the glaze on this one. So I decided to put mother of pearl. So I had mother of pearl all over this tree. Had it, put it in my kiln, and this was already last night. No, I opened it last night, the night before. The same day that I opened my kiln, I decided to do the luster because I'm rushing. And bad things happen when you rush, right? So I had these in the kiln. I start reading about it because I was a little nervous. I start reading about luster firing, if I had the right temperature. It's cone 20, 020. That's the cone that you fire mother of pearl to. Gold luster is 018. So 020. So I wanted to make sure I had everything right. The kiln was already on, and I couldn't sleep because I was so nervous about it. So I ran across a video, I believe it was even by Mako on YouTube, that the guy said you should not use mother of pearl on anything that has copper base glaze. And I jumped out of bed. This was like close to 2 o'clock in the morning. I jumped out of my bed and the kiln was 200 and something. So I turned it off. And I had to wait, and until yesterday morning, I waited. It was early in the morning. I hardly got any sleep. Anyways, when the kiln was cool enough, I could take this thing out, and I was able to remove all the mother of pearl. So it almost turned into an accident. I would lose this, and who knows if that would contaminate other pieces that were close by because of the copper. So lessons learned, and I don't know if you guys knew that already, but at least it was a lessons learned for me. Don't use mother of pearl or gold on copper base glaze. Anyways, that turned out good. And what I had to do, because I didn't have enough of that essence, Mako essence, which is an oil remover, I use paint thinner, which smells awful. I had to wash that several times with detergent afterwards, but it came off. So this one here was one of my favorites, and I'll show you. I put fairy lights on the back and kind of push them in the little holes. You can put them inside too, but I didn't want it to show the wires, so it shows it on the back. This is all porcelain frost, Laguna frost, and you know, all these pieces were, let me get one of them to show you. They were all hand sculpted. I had to be very careful with this one. I don't want to break it. Anyways, all my, I made 3 sets, 3 nativity sets. And Joseph, I made it so that the hand, it looks like he's holding his shepherd's hook, which I have a wire that I'm gonna make for each one of them. But this one, you see how I have his hand bent but the glaze went inside and I'm not gonna attempt to drill. Anyways, I had made it so that he would hold his shepherd's hook, but on this one I won't be able to. Maybe I can just put it like this. I can make it and kind of fake it that he's holding, but he won't be actually holding it. And then, let me see if I can get it. On all the other ones, I made the separate, the baby Jesus and the manger separately. So this one was quite a bit more work just because it was porcelain. And with porcelain, as you know, requires more attention, more work. And this one I used cobalt wash and wiped it back and then sprayed Catalina Crackle, which is a Laguna glaze, and then very drippy, and then it makes the the cobalt run, and that's where you see the blue. And I was gonna do the gold luster, and I decided just to leave it white because it's so pure white, the porcelain, and it's glazed with just clear. And I decided to just leave it the way it is. I'm not gonna attempt anymore to do any more gold luster firings anymore. So this one I posted a video of me painting this. I used black, speckled black tuxedo to make it look like the stars. I was gonna do gold also with the dots, but I decided not to. It has some specks which looks a little bit like stars in the sky, and I went from black to blue, and it's cuerda seca technique, and you can see a little bit of the lighter blue, but the black kind of overtakes. You can see that is a darker blue through here. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very happy with how this turned out. And these plates, which I'm going to be making more plates, I have a video. I did the same way I make my spoon rest, just cutting a slab. In fact, this one I put a bat that I had, a small bat, and I cut the slab with the circle, put it on the silicone pad on my wheel's head, which attaches to it. It kind of sticks to your wheel head because it's silicone, and you wet it a little, and then you turn the edges. It's you can make plates very quickly with this, so with that technique. Anyways, that's how I made the plate, and I had the video showing how I paint. And also, if you want to check out my cuerda seca technique, I have tutorials, I teach workshops, which I already had 2 on this technique. If you go to my playlist, I believe I have 11 videos there that I show everything, how to mix the oil, to do the lines and everything. This one I decided to do the luster mother of pearl over this spoon rest. Turned out really cute. This one I did put mother of pearl, but it's very kind of faint. You can see how very shiny it turned out, but I don't know if you can really tell that it has it. Anyways, this one is porcelain. This is the one that I did a demo on how I threw the wheel, and then you put the fairy lights inside. It looks really cute. Or you can put a little votive candle, underneath. So flux blossom as a base, and then amaryllis. 2 coats of flux blossom. And then I sculpted the little cardinal, and it's all painted with underglazes, and then dipped on my Kitten's clear, which is the clear that I like. I have the recipe under my posts. So I made these 2 Christmas trees with a little bluebird on top, and I love how the mother of pearl looks on blue. It looks very iridescent. Turned out really nice. These are both turquoise lake coyote Thank you, Lisa, for introducing me to this glaze. Turquoise Lake is very pretty and very stable glaze. And it's a great glaze to put it and then use jungle gems, which that's what I used here. On this one, you can see some blues and purples. I used the blue azure, which is one of my favorites, jungle gems. Let's see, you can see. So I put it maybe up to here. I didn't put it all the way down because I was afraid of dripping too much. Oops. And then on this one, I used Tahiti, which is a similar one. It has some more purple crystals. So Tahiti is also a great one, jungle gems. And I just think the mother of pearl looks so pretty on these. It almost looks like a set. This one, so the other nativity, I left it just pure white. I used colonial white, which is a Laguna glaze. If you ever looking for a nice glossy pure white glaze that works on texture, on different clay bodies, like darker clay bodies with specks, which shows through the glaze, this is a great glaze that I love. I've been using it for a long time. These are the, oops, I have to be careful. So left everything on this one just pure white. I thought it makes a nice contrast with the bird. On this one, I put some wires here on the top and I left it there, you know, the nichrome wires, so that if you wanted to put fairy lights and hang them from the top, you can. Or you can put, I made it wide enough on the bottom that you can also use a little votive light candle on the back, just like I have it on the beginning of this video, the picture. On another one, I had it's plenty of room to put a little candle on the back for it, so I decided to just put it all together and fuse them with the glaze. It was just too much work, but it turned out really cute. So that's all white with the red. This one, last but not least, this is the last, the biggest one, the largest one that I made, which is a little heavy. Oh, and by the way, these ones I made the plate and I threw these on the wheel separately, and then it's all fused together with the glaze. In fact, I even use a little bit of honey flux on the joints, just to, honey flux is a good glaze to fuse things together. I've had big plates that I've done with a pedestal, it never comes off. It's a good glaze for using it as a glue. So this is the one I put mother of pearl. Hope you guys can see how pretty this turned out. So the mother of pearl looks beautiful on white. It really shows. And then let me see if you can tell how it looks on the, it is so shiny and iridescent. Can you see? Maybe you can see it on the video, because I can't see it right now in there, but it made such a nice sheen to it. And see, his hand is gonna be holding the shepherd's hook. And see how I was able to put a candle, so there's plenty of room to, plenty of room to have a candle on the back. And this one has this separate. And I did mother of pearl. He's swaddled. Baby Jesus with the little manger. So I was very happy with this one. I think just because of these alone, I think it was worth making the extra luster firing just for that piece alone. So this was another one that I did, the Snowman. Using a little bit darker clay. I believe this one was Iceman, which I didn't know that was a little bit darker than the white bear, which is a white stoneware that I used. This one is a new clay that I was trying. So it was just a little bit darker, so that's why it's not like pure white. But I did the luster firing on this one, the mother of pearl all over, except for the handles. The handle is Flux Blossom, so is the inside. Flux Blossom with a little bit of soft red. Turned out like a real soft pink. It kind of matches the scarf, but I like the mother of pearl on this one. I didn't do it on all of them, all the mugs. I did only on some. This one turned out nice, but it faded a little bit. I had this more of a blue on the background to show like the sky. It shows very faint. Same thing here, was more brown with white, and it became really, really light. But you can still see this was all hand painted. And then I used the snow and the snowflakes, which I don't know if you can tell. Let me get real close. I used the Mako designer liner for the snowflakes and the snow. And then I did the mother of pearl. So, and Cirrus Flow. I used Cirrus Flow here and on the inside. So I was happy with that one. These two are porcelain. You can see how white it is. Pure white with the turquoise seltzer chun that I use as a liner. One is a little lighter scarf, and this one is a darker blue. I'm very happy with these. I put the noses in. All these are like little beads of clay that I did for the nose and the eyes, the buttons. I was very happy with those. Cute salt and pepper shakers. I mean, look at these. So I did the P and the S for the salt and pepper on top. And then I ordered the silicone stopper from Amazon. So it's supposed to arrive here today. But porcelain frost is what I used. And I made this deep enough so that it makes room for the stopper to be in here. So, and this one also turned out one of my favorites, which I posted yesterday. The same thing, has the S and the P. And then this was a hand-built little tray. Same thing here on the bottom. It's gonna have the silicone stopper, but I don't know if you can tell. Maybe you can only tell with the light. Anyways, it's really translucent, this porcelain. I put a video up on Facebook. Did I put it on Instagram too? I might have, where I have a light on the bottom and you can see how translucent it is. But this is just a little tray. I decided the last minute. I had it for the other one too, but it broke the handle. So now I only have one little tray to hold the salt and pepper shaker. So now these are the ornaments. I'm just gonna go over some because some are repeated, just different colors. So I made 3 of these Highland cows because a lot of people wanted them. And I put the flowers. So these are all ornaments. They have a some of them, when I remember, because they're hollow, I remember to put little beads inside, so it's a rattle. So this was the other one. So a lot of people wanted them. I didn't know they were that popular. Cardinal, had to make a cardinal. Excuse me, so it rattles. Pufferfish, I have a bunch. Let me just show you, they're all different colors. Some are rattles, and I was gonna do the mother of pearl, and then I decided not to because I just have too many ornaments, but very cute. They turned out so cute. This is all Amaco and Mako fundamentals underglazes. You can intermix them and they're fine. just some more colors. I kind of blended all the colors so that you wouldn't see, you know, the divided lines between colors. So that turned out nice. They're like rainbow all colors. These a lot of birds too. Yeah, these are both rattlers. This is a lilac breasted roller bird, and I just love how colorful it is. I was just looking at pictures and painting them. I love how this one turned out. Same thing with the gold orange-headed goldfinch. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Also very pretty colors on this one. I think will look really pretty on a Christmas tree, all these ornaments. This is the angler fish with the little, I put a little wire here with the lure that they have. I saw a video where someone made one and used one of those glow-in-the-dark paint that you can put afterwards. I thought about doing that, but it's too much work right now. I don't want to deal with that now. I just want to get all these done and my other load finished. These turned out cute. It's also a rattle. What else? Eastern bluebird. This is a pink robin. Somebody suggested that from Australia, and I decided to make him. He's more like a dark gray and then pink here, and I use more of a purple gray color for the body and then the pink chest. He's cute. Some more puffer fish. This whale, I think I saved it by using he's the only one that I did the mother of pearl, because the underglaze turned out to be more like a matte, even though I did dip all these in Kitten's Clear, but I think the underglaze absorbed a lot of the glaze, so when I fired, it was more like a satin finish. It wasn't glossy. So I decided to put mother of pearl, and it turned out so pretty. Like, I love how this is just a whale ornament, but I think I saved her because it wasn't looking that good when before, you know, the mother of pearl, but it turned out so iridescent, so pretty. I really like how it turned out. 2 hedgehogs. Someone asked if I was gonna make some more hedgehogs this year, so I only made 2. I made a lot last year. This is the only one that I made that is cuerda seca, kind of tropical. I painted these. I had made it, so I was like, well, now I have to paint it. I used Terra Red clay, and with any dark clay bodies like red or chocolate brown, the stroke and coats glazes seem to run more. They tend to run more on red clay bodies, and that's what this is. So it ran a little bit more, but it didn't. I mean, I can still see my designs and everything. It's all tropical hibiscus, monstera leaf, so that would look cute. If it doesn't sell, I would be glad to have this cutie hanging on my Christmas tree. I made these. I all just cut, you know, hand cut. I didn't use a cookie cutter for these, and then I used cuerda seca, and I did the mother of pearl. Look how pretty and shiny. So that's the toucan. I made the cardinal with the mother of pearl, same thing. I just cut it. So now for the ornament, I have this thing where you glue with epoxy. It's a little hook. You glued them on the back here. So this is the back. So I just gonna glue on all these. I'm gonna glue the little hook on the back. This is the only one that I had problem with the red, and I think I applied it too thick. For the first time, I've never had any problems with candy apple red, and someone had sent me a message asking me if I've ever had a problem, and I said, no, I've never had that. So now I know that that's a thing that can happen. It has happened to other people as well. So if you apply the glaze too thick, then it bubbles a little bit. So anyways, I put mother of pearl, and I'll probably discount these. If it doesn't sell, I'll keep the macaw for me because of that. I still think it's cute. It almost looks like the feathers. And blue one, bluebird, also with mother of pearl. I think it gives a real nice sheen. This one, if you guys have grandkids or if you have kids that you would like to show how this is made, this is underglaze transfer or slip transfer, where you put everything, you make your design on a newsprint paper, and then you transfer onto the clay when the clay is leather hard or right before leather hard. But kids love this technique because they think it's almost like a decal. So anyways, my granddaughter made this hedgehog, and I did mother of pearl also for her. But kids love these. If you like, I can make a video. I think I might even have a video of her doing it when she made this one. So it's a cute technique, especially kids love them. I made this coaster with the cardinal, lots of cardinals, but that turned out cute. I didn't put any mother of pearl on this one. And this one, I haven't decided if I'm gonna make it as a coaster or ornament. And I did use the mother of pearl on this one. It's a hummingbird and a red flower with leaves all around. But he turned out really cute, the hummingbird. Again, cuerda seca, same technique that I've been saying now for a bunch of these. These two Christmas tree, I did put a mother of pearl just because I wanted to fit something else in the kiln. These are all, I made them with frost porcelain. And these were really easy to make. All I did is I dipped them on all different shades of green, and I did the brush strokes real fast, and then the little red dots are the Mako designer liner. Look how pretty this turned out. I thought about doing the gold luster, but nope, decided not to now. And these were all just cut by hand. The other ones I use a stamp, you know, the cookie cutter. But these were all just cut, hand cut. And very translucent because thanks to Sarah Perrin, she had a bunch of these, and because I used frost, I decided to make a bunch. Just using frost and being very thin so that the light shows through. Same thing, just hand painted. These I used the cutters, the cookie cutter. I made a lot, so I'm not gonna show all of them. I did have some different ones. This one was using a stencil. I was just experimenting with stencil that I had here with snowflakes, and it works really well. I just didn't make a lot, just this one. I was just testing, but it turns out really cute. I should have made more with the snowflake stencil that I have. These ones are just stamped with the roller, and I used the crackle glazes that I have, the Catalina crackle with underglazes underneath, and wiped the back. Same thing with these ones. And this is a new roller that has the cones, the pine cones. And if you guys wanna, I can put a link of where I got these from this guy that makes beautiful wooden rollers. He's from Ukraine. It does take a little long to get here, but his work is really nice. All his rollers from Etsy. And no, I'm not being sponsored by him, but I just like the rollers that he has. Here's the angel. And then just one more. Look at I don't know if I can capture the crackle glaze here, but it's really nice. This was a little different one that I was just testing out, just carving. And then I just dip it in clear. But this one warped, you can see. It's a little kind of like this, but that's okay. I don't think people really mind because porcelain, that happens, you know, with porcelain a lot. And I still have more of these ornaments that didn't make it into the kiln that I'm gonna have it on the other load. One cute little doggy that I made, I'm just gonna glue the wire on it because when I was making the hole for when I pushed the wire, somehow the holes became too big and the wire was loose. So I decided to just pull the wire off and just, I'm just gonna use a little epoxy to glue. And I think he turned out cute, but the nose, I wish it was a little bit more shinier because I used palladium, Amaco palladium glaze. And I don't know if you can tell, it's supposed to be more silver, but I think on a darker clay becomes more like black, you know, but he's cute. And then just one more. This was just a test with a stroke and coat, kind of like a crazy test I did. He made it run. Anyways, and oh, and two more. These are the two mugs that came out of these that will actually be on my next sale. And I have a lot more of these that I made with the red eye tree frog. And this is honeydew flux, Amaco honeydew with some stroke and coats on the rim. I didn't want it to run a whole lot so it wouldn't cover, you know, the leaf. So, and then this is one of my new mugs coming out now that I'm gonna have a vlog about this work that I've been working on now for a couple months now. I've have a lot of them with the birds and the matte glazes, and these are from I'm using Opulence matte glazes, and they're not really, they're more like a satin finish, very buttery feeling. Very nice, and I'm gonna have another video talking about these, but I wanted the contrast with the bird and that is glossy, colorful, and then the matte glazes. And these were mostly spectrum floating glazes. This is, I believe I used sunrise in here. So I'll have more of these coming up, and this is Louisiana Bayou and the floating turquoise, and this one is Amaco speckled olive for the tail. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. I appreciate that. So I'll see you on the next one, hopefully soon. Bye bye.